What's the house number again? It's just going to be a few hours, right?
Gentlemen, welcome. Come on in. Am I sitting okay like this? Okay. Am I talking loud enough? Okay. Have a seat. Can I get you anything? Tea, cookies? Scotch? It's never too early.
Thank you.
I'm going to put yours right here on the table. Oh my, am I forgetful. Coasters! Oh. Well, gentlemen, I must say I was quite surprised when the network contacted me asking if they could do this, documentary, is it? Reportage.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you boys came at the right time. I organized a little dinner party with some of my neighbors and closest friends tonight. I hope you will get all the footage you need.
Billy, my dear God, how are you?
I'm doing just fine, Meredith. Come on in.
I mean, what a horrible, horrible affair. I can't believe it's the third time this year.
I know, I am heartbroken for poor Angelica.
Oh, good evening, monsieur.
Meredith, this is the network crew I was telling you about. They will be filming us tonight. They're collecting statements from everybody in the neighborhood.
Because of Manfred?
Yes, it seems that the network wants to do a reportage on the characters living in our cul-de-sac. Just to talk about our experiences in the neighborhood and our relation to Manfred.
Roger and Carlisle, too.
Meredith, these men know about Roger and Carlisle. No need to whisper.
You're right. Of course, they know.
Come on in, have a seat. I'll get you a drink. Oh, that must be Marianne.
Yes, it was a shock, especially after Carlisle. It has only been 3 months, you know.
Meredith! Of course, it was a shock for us all. We loved Carlisle, and we had just recovered from Roger's accident. Well, we refer to it as an accident, but to be honest, we all know it was not.
How was it for you on Sunday?
It was horrible. Tell me all about it. Horrible.
Did you see what the Reverend did?
Yeah.
And Paul, that
I'm
encounter?
still shocked.
Same.
Mark my words, shocked.
And then did you hear anything from poor Angelica?
Oh no, it makes me so sad to know that she still might be alone, you know? And like, as for Philip, he hasn't been the same.
3 times.
Sometimes I think my wife did it.
Did you hear about Sunday? I was just telling Marianne all about it.
With the reference.
And Paul.
I'm gonna cut a piece of bread.
Yeah, it's dramatic. Like, you think they could get better along. Like,
Right.
it's the Reverend. You don't treat her.
You know what I mean?
So marriage life is really...
Look who just arrived.
Meredith,
Steven!
how have you been?
Wonderful. How have you been?
Oh, great. I got to tell you about this.
Clifford, dear! Hey, you look wonderful as always.
Oh, come here. Mary, Mary, Mary. Delicate Mary. It's been too long.
They saw each other 3 days ago. for brunch.
So this new guy, he's called Stanley.
Stanley.
Yeah, he's working at administration. Oh, thank you.
I've met a Stanley before.
Oh, thank you, beautiful. Oh, which reminds me.
How you like him?
Steve?
Lovely.
Steve, oh, sorry, I totally forgot. Could you run home and get her gift? I forgot it there.
Oh, a present for me.
Oh, well, of course. Always bring a gift for one's host. I read in the guide you gave me last week.
Which guide?
How to be a good wife and host.
Ooh, good read.
Precious, I am so glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, he sure is. The house has just been marvelous ever since you gave him the guide.
Oh, apple pie.
Well, I'll be right back.
Clifford and Stephen moved into the neighborhood a year ago. The big white house around the corner, you probably walked by it on your way here. They're the sweetest. Well, yes, Clifford and Stephen are living an alternative lifestyle, but the neighborhood is very inclusive. We like to think we're open-minded.
Yes, they are simply wonderful. Though I have to say, I'm still quite reticent regarding their lifestyle. But I'm so happy they found each other. Phil has been working with Stephen for the past 4 years now, and since he and Clifford met, he is the happiest man around. Yes, very happy for them. As long as it's behind closed doors.
I mean, it is a new era after all. Can we finally step into a more caring society?
I apologize, Billy. I had to wait for little Cassandra to arrive so I could leave.
Of course, Paul. How are the kids?
They're doing marvelous. Although I must say it has been a bit difficult lately with Annabelle leaving to see her mother. But I think I got it under control.
Oh, that's great, Paul. That's excellent. Come on in. Go sit with the others.
Good evening.
His wife left yesterday.
It must be so difficult for Paul without Annabelle taking care of the kids, you know? He's such a brave man.
Like not even 24 hours.
Try to do a little bit of woodwork around the house because,
I'm so worried that something might be wrong.
I am sure he's fine, Stacy.
You really think so?
Yes, I know so. Tell her, Clarissa.
Stace, if you left a note saying that he'll be working late, then he must still be in the office. Call him, you'll see for yourself.
You're right. Billy, darling, may I use your phone?
Ladies, what are you gossiping about over there?
You can still call him later. Come on, let's have a seat.
Yes, a seat.
You guys are always talking about work.
There's always money to be made.
Very true.
Where's Frank?
He left a note saying he'd be working late today.
You seem worried.
Well, usually he's back for dinner.
I'm persuaded your husband did not see the time fly. Such a hard worker, that Frank.
Yes, he is.
Frank is a pig. He sleeps around. Everybody knows it. I mean, we don't know it, but everyone suspects it.
If Frank sleeps around? Well, yes, of course. I mean, a man does have needs. If Manfred was adulterous? Well, I don't know. Why do you ask?
I'll be in the office tomorrow.
I think
around 9.
My dearest friends, as you may have noticed, we have company tonight. The network is doing a documentary on Roger, Carlyle and Manfred.
It seems that our cul-de-sac has now the attention of another type of press. So modern. Television? Oh my, I wonder what I look like on screen.
Poor Angelica.
They say they found him in their own bed, a knife thrust in his abdomen.
Stacy, for heaven's sake, we're eating. Both Manfred and Carlisle were found with knives stuck in their abdomen. Papers say it must have been the same killer. I mean, can you imagine it? A killer in our neighborhood?
Did I enjoy Manfred's company? Sure. We grew closer since Roger's and Carlisle's death. Did I want to see him daily? No. I mean, it's a shame he was killed, of course.
Paul, how difficult it must be for you with the kids at home.
Yeah, it actually is. I thank the heavens for little Cassandra. That young girl, such a great help. I mean, I can just go on about my days, not having to worry to feed them, play with them, or put them to bed. My oh my, I long for Annabelle's return.
Oh dear, you were so courageous.
Yes,
Definitely.
Why don't you have some more?
Yeah,
I'd love it's delicious.
Stacy dear, do not fuss about it too much. I'm sure your husband's fine.
Yes, sweetie. Just enjoy the night for now and don't worry too much about your husband's whereabouts.
And what is this supposed to mean?
Stacy.
No, please tell me. I'll hear you whispering about Frank constantly.
Oh no, not me. I've been very careful about talking about your husband's multiple affairs in secret and behind your back.
Stephen.
Oh dear, here it comes.
Excuse me? My husband's multiple affairs?
Stace, come on now.
Did you know about this?
Of course not.
Yes. Oh God, I'll give him a ring. Talk about friendship.
I mean, a man does have needs.
Stephen, that's enough.
He's gonna find out soon enough.
You don't have to say it to her face.
His assistant just told me he has till 4 o'clock this afternoon. He never said he'd be working late. Oh, Clarissa, I am so stupid. And I just gave him my father's golden watch. Oh my God.
Couldn't it be the assistant herself?
No! She's a floozy cow. The watch is antique. It was really hard to get from my sister. It will all get back to him, I swear it. Look at what happened to Roger when rumors about his indiscretions began. Well, now that you mention it, Manfred was being very flirty.
Carlisle. Do not get me wrong, sirs. He was a handsome gentleman. But I don't think that he would have been adulterous. He was such a sweetheart. But then again, he was murdered. And in this cul-de-sac, nobody gets murdered without a solid reason. Well, 3 men, all inhabitants of the same neighborhood, all married. All that I will say is that Frank was not the first one to leave a note saying that he'll be home late. Now, if you excuse me, sirs, it's rude of us not to attend the table.
Dearest, sit down. Take another glass of wine.
Stace, was that a golden watch you were talking about? Was that the one that I saw Frank wearing yesterday? Oh, it was such a beauty.
It's antique!
So you're in the office next
Oh, should I bring it up?
Yeah.
Of course, I understand. My dearest friends, have any of you heard of poor Angelica?
Yeah, I gave her a ring 2 days ago. She was traveling to her mother's, but the police doesn't suspect her anymore, so...
Oh, what a relief. I mean, poor Angelica.
She will not come back. That is for sure. Roger's wife, Claire, she spent one afternoon in the interrogation room, packed her suitcase, and the house was sold a few weeks after.
Yes, Stephen and Clifford moved in less than a month later. We have been delighted to have them around.
Absolutely. The same goes for Carlisle's wife, Felicity. After the police stated that she was no longer a suspect, she put the house on the market and moved to another county. I haven't heard from her since. And if I may add something. I'm almost perfectly certain that we won't be hearing from poor Angelica for a very long while. This is becoming a real routine. Murder, the wife goes away, another murder, and now Manfred. Ah, my poor Angelica.
Yeah, it was a good coast, right?
That must be Frank. It's still my house.
Hello. Friends, this is Albert.
Oh, Al, please.
Al just moved into Felicity's and Carlisle's old house.
Oh, wonderful news. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, hey. As I said, welcome, welcome. Hey, are you gonna have a seat with us?
Oh, you are all so kind. I wish I could, but my wife is waiting back home.
What a shame, old sport. Another time for sure.
Oh, absolutely. No, we'll actually be organizing some sort of dinner to make sure we can properly introduce ourselves. Oh, Samantha really wishes she could have been here, but she had to absolutely prepare the bedroom backstairs. Right.
Wonderful news about the dinner.
Let me walk you out.
Thank you, Susan. Oh, it was a pleasure.
Oh my god. Billy, you have once again outdone yourself. Oh, which reminds me, Stephen, your gift.
Oh, lads, you shouldn't have.
Now, of course you should have. And we did.
So lovely. You're gonna love it.
Yes, it's fantastic.
I'm so grateful to have friends like you guys.
Ta-da!
Oh, Clifford!
Now, in fairness, it wasn't only me and Stephen. Everyone wanted you to have this.
Oh, friends, I am getting emotional. It's so beautiful.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. We really picked this one up for you.
So lucky to have friends like you guys.
I did see this tissue before. I'm almost certain Manfred has the same.
It's been lovely, actually. I think I'm gonna have a bite of this interesting.
Oh, they're great, actually.
Cliff, don't be shy.
Steve said so.
She
I
is,
thought you had stopped.
going to third grade.
Well, my husband is cheating on me, and my closest friends knew all about it. Let me be.
Stacy has not lit a cigarette in months. I do not want to jump to conclusions, but Manfred smoked that brand, and nobody else.
Mary Ann!
Well, I'm just saying, it may be something the police never thought about.
Why would one of us be the killer? We were all friends.
These are some accusations, Marianne.
Plus, if one of us were the killer, the police would have known by now.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, Marianne does make a good point.
Billy? What do you mean?
Well, 1 year, 3 murders, 1 cul-de-sac, and presumably 1 killer.
Yes.
The paper stated that the crimes were passionate, yet the wives have all been exempt from murder.
Where are you going with this?
If the crimes are passionate, but the wives not the murderers,
Poor Angelica.
then it must have been someone who was close to Roger, Carlisle, and Manfred. A colleague, a tennis partner, a friend, a friend, or even just an acquaintance who may have hated them.
Oh my god, Billy, you've always had quite the imagination.
You almost got us all there.
A tennis partner, a neighbor, a friend.
Or maybe the one they were all cheating with. The kidding mistress.
Yeah, The killing mistress was a good one. I laughed.
I can see the front line from here. The murders of the Königsmark resolved. 3 men, 1 killing mistress.
Find your husband. She might be in your shoes.
She might be crossing the line to bring up the minutes we speak. Where is he? Okay, sweetheart, I'll take you home and wait for him with you.
Yeah, I need to get back to my parenting duties as well.
To our wonderful host, thank you for such a glorious meal.
Oh, it's always my pleasure to have you all over.
Billy, you have to find yourself a fiancé. I've got a new colleague at the firm that you just might adore.
Oh, I was actually thinking of trying my luck with our new neighbor.
Didn't he say he was married?
Yeah.
Oh my, yes, of course he did. Oh, well, I will see you all on Sunday.
Oh, if the ref talks once more
Now,
about...
do not speak ill of the Reverend Paul.
Billy, we must have brunch with Steve's colleague at some point. I'm sure you'd absolutely adore him.
I was actually thinking of organizing a brunch with our new neighbors. Maybe even a barbecue.
Excellent idea, dear. Keep us posted.
I will. You all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much again. It was
Bye.
great. Bye now.
Great to have you all over. Well, gentlemen, I hope you got all the footage you needed. The network told me you're going to film some more next week on the next vlog. Well, good luck with them. We hate them. They win the cul-de-sac contest every summer. Well, have a wonderful evening, messieurs. It was a pleasure. Of course, of course. Thank you, thank you. Bye.
Let me light one up before we leave. Look at this street. How can a murderer live in this community? I don't know what the network wants from us. We won't film anything of value here. Anyway, let's just go. Oh shit, what was that? Is everything okay?
Oh, hello again. Yes, everything is fine. This casserole with tomato sauce just fell.
Do you need any help cleaning it up?
Oh, you are too sweet. No, thank you. I'll be fine.
Sure thing, man. We'll be on our way then.
Bye. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful evening, messieurs.
Thank you.